डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी.
Namaskar dear students, I am Dr. Himanshu Patel and I am working as an assistant professor in School of Computer Science of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Open University, Ahmedabad, and I am your instructor for these modules. In today's session, we are going to demonstrate one app in which we want to send and receive SMS programmatically. We also learn how to dial or call particular number inputted by user programmatically using intent. So, earlier we have learned about telephony, how to get information regarding telephony of your device. In today's session, we will discuss major 4 things. First, how to send SMS programmatically, how to receive SMS and manipulate or extract information from received SMS using broadcast receiver, how to dial number using inbuilt dialer app, and how to call particular number using inbuilt call facility. So, let us start this demonstration. So, friends, on screen you can see welcome to Android Studio dialog box. Here I have written one project for you, that is call and SMS demo. So, I am clicking on that to open that project. So, now my project is open and first we will try to understand project structure, right. So, here you can see we have one activity file, one broadcast receiver class, and we have layout file as usual, which is activity underscore main.xml, and we require permission to send and receive SMS programmatically. So, for that you need to enter certain permissions inside your manifest file. So, we will see that what permissions are required to send and receive and dial particular phone number. So, here you can see read phone state earlier we have used for reading telephonic information. We have send SMS permission to send SMS. We have receive SMS permission to receive SMS. If we want to extract information from SMS, we should have read SMS permission, and to call particular phone number, we should have call underscore phone permission, and to send SMS, we require broadcast SMS permission also. So, these permission must be there inside your manifest file before application tag that you can see on the screen. So, don't forget to include these permission, otherwise your program will not work, right. Second thing you have to remember is in this program, for the sake of simplicity, we manually grant permission to user. We can always request permission at runtime, that we have already discussed in earlier video lectures. So, using that you can request permission at runtime also, but here for the sake of simplicity we grant permission manually. Let us try to understand our layout file. My layout file is initializing. Interface is very simple. Here you can see we have one text view which displays enter phone number, and next is a edit text with ID txt number that takes phone number from user. Then we have another text view which displays enter message. Phone number is a receiver phone number to whom we want to send SMS, and these edit text with ID txt message is the edit text in which user enters actual message to be sent, right. So we require two edit text with ID txt number and txt message, and we have three buttons. First button is send SMS with ID btn SMS. Another button is for dialing particular number with ID btn dial, and third button is to call number entered by user here, and its ID is btn call. So this interface is very simple. You can quickly create this interface. Now let us go to coding part. This is my main activity, and we have three buttons: btn dial, btn call, and btn SMS. We have two edit text, one for sending message and one for phone number, right? So we declare three button object and two edit text object here. Inside on create, we set our content view to activity underscore main file, and we initialize two edit text from our layout file, right? So these two line actually refers to edit text inside layout file, and these three statement refers to three button object in layout file, and it is initialized to object declared inside this class. So we take reference of all buttons and edit text. When user clicks on SMS button, I want to actually send SMS, right? So inside on click method of on click listener, we should write coding. So inside on click, we declare one object of type SMS manager. Now using SMS manager, we can send message programmatically. Now how to create instance of SMS manager? So for that, we have to write down SMS manager dot get default. So inside these object, we get instance of SMS manager. Next thing we require is phone number and actual message. So phone number is entered inside txt number. So we write down txt number dot get text dot toString to actually get phone number from user, and these line txt message dot get text dot toString will actually store message entered by user inside this variable msg, right? To actually send SMS, we can use send text message method of SMS manager, which takes argument. The first argument is source address, that is phone number, then actual message to be sent, and we have initialized sent intent and delivery intent to null. Now these intent are required to track whether SMS is delivered or not, but right now we don't want to use these intent, so we have initialized these intent to null. So after sending message, we will display toast that message is sent. So for that we declare one toast, and if there is any error, we can catch inside catch block. So we write down entire code inside try block, and if there is some exception, we can catch inside catch block, and that exception or error is displayed using toast. So sending SMS is very easy. The two things you require is phone number and message, and you have to create instance of SMS manager, and then you can use its send text message method to send text message or SMS. The next button is btn dial, which actually dials particular number. Remember, it is not actually call, but it opens dialer with specified number. So inside on click method of button click event, we take phone number that we want to dial using txt number.getText.toString, and then we want to use inbuilt dialer to actually dial number. So we create one intent, we create instance of intent, and remember we have to provide two data. First is action, which is nothing but intent.action_dial to open dialer. The next thing is we want to provide URI, which refers to telephone number. So this method converts phone number entered by user into format which is required by dialer, right? So we create one intent and then we can start activity method and provide intent as an argument. So it actually opens dialer, right? So this code is very simple. The next, we want to immediately dial or call that number, right? The code remains same. Inside on click method of button call event, we write down line to get phone number from user as discussed earlier. Then we create intent as earlier, but this time action is action_call to actually immediately call that number, and the second argument is URI, which refers to telephone number entered by user, and then in third line we start activity using intent. So it opens call application and immediately calls that number. So I hope you understand this very simple code. Now we want to test this code inside our phone. So you can see my phone is attached now. On top you can see my device name. Now I want to actually run this app inside my phone. So I am clicking on run app button. Gradle build is running and it will install and launch that app inside my phone. So on screen you can see my app is running now. So here I want to dial particular number. So you can enter actual number. I just enter dummy number, and here you have to enter message that you want to send. So I am clicking on send SMS. So it displays toast, message is sent. So this is how you can send message. Now suppose I want to dial this number. So I am clicking on dial number button. So it will open my dialer. You can see my dialer is open. I need to just click call button. So this is how you can open inbuilt dialer. Suppose I want to directly call that number without opening dialer, I have to just use call number button. So I am clicking on call number. It will open or call that number. So this is how you can call particular number, right? Now I am sending these SMS again. So it displays message sent, right? Now you can see inside toast I displays from whom I receive SMS. I am sending these SMS on my number only. Once again we want to see that. So I am sending these SMS to my number itself. So here you can see message sender is this and message is this. So this is receiver number, right? So how can we read SMS? The next part is how to read SMS. So for that you have to create one class which extends broadcast receiver. So here I declare one class. How can we add class? That we first we see how to add broadcast receiver, right? So inside project I added this class SMS receiver which extends broadcast receiver. But how can we add this? So you have to right click on package, then you have to select new, other, and then you have to select broadcast receiver. So it will ask class name. So here by default it gives my receiver. You can give any name, as I given name SMS receiver. So you can give any name to this class. You have to select source language and then you have to finish. So you can see one class my SMS will be added and which extends broadcast receiver. And inside on receive we can write down code. So whenever any broadcast message is received by this receiver, its on receive method is called. So here we want to receive SMS. So I have given name SMS receiver. It extends broadcast receiver, and inside on receive I get SMS message. So here we get intent. Whenever your phone receives SMS, these SMS receiver automatically receive that code. Now how it is possible? So if I go to manifest file, you will see we have declared this receiver, or it is automatically registered when you create receiver, right? So inside receiver you have to declare one intent filter, and its action is SMS receiver. So if you have added this intent filter, whenever SMS is received by your phone, all receiver which has this intent filter action will automatically called by system, and its on receive method is called. So suppose I am receiving some SMS, right? So system will see these app has this intent filter, so that message should be delivered to this app also. So this app will receive SMS, and whatever you want to do for that SMS you can do inside on receive. So first thing we need to do is get the SMS message. So I have created one bundled object, and to actually get SMS we have to get it from this intent. So I write down intent dot get extra. So whatever information contained by this intent is received inside bundle. Now if bundle is not null, it means SMS is received. So next we want to do is retrieve the SMS message received. Every SMS is of some definite size, right? So if I am sending long SMS, then it is delivered in part. So what we have to do is we have to create one object array, and by calling get method of bundle and argument as PDUs, we get individual SMS from single SMS. So if it is delivered in part, we have to loop these for all number of messages. So inside PDU's object, we get all SMS one by one. So these PDUs are actually row messages contained by bundle object. So I loop from 0 to PDU's object dot length. These PDUs are in row format, right? We need to convert it into SMS format. So again, using SMS message object, we can create SMS object from PDUs using SMS message dot create PDU method, and these is first object when I is 0. When I is 1, it is second object. So we create these PDUs into SMS format using SMS message dot create PDU format, and it returns SMS object. SMS contains multiple information, right? For example, the sender name or originating address, message itself, and there are other informations also. So here we are interested in getting sender address. So I write down get display originating address. So that I have stored inside phone number, means who is the sender of these SMS, right? And using SMS dot get display message body, I can get actual message inside this string. And after that, I display receiver or sender name, number and sender message inside log window and toast that we have already seen, right? So whenever I receive message, these SMS receive is notified by system and its on receive method is called, and inside that I have written code to get the SMS, retrieve SMS message received, build the message to extract information to show, and finally we log and display that SMS message. So if there are some exception, we can handle that using try catch block. So this is how we can also receive SMS. So in these demonstration, we have learned how to send SMS, how to dial particular number, how to call particular number, and how to receive SMS using broadcast receiver. And for that, we need to include intent filter inside receiver to actually receive SMS from system. So friend, in this demonstration, we have learned how to send SMS programmatically, how to receive SMS and extract its information using broadcast receiver, how to dial and call particular phone number entered by user using inbuilt app using intent. I hope you enjoy this demonstration. Thank you and happy learning.
स्वाध्यायः